Preservation Thursday, Preservation Thursday. How we doing today? How we doing today? Got some crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to get right to it, folks. Well, you can't make this stuff up. You see here, you can't make it up. Is it possible, just spitballing here, is it possible that the president of NAMFS, the newly elected president of NAMFS, overseeing a company down there in Florida, is in violation of Florida state laws? This is interesting. What would that mean for the industry leading trade association, NAMFS? What would it mean if the president of the board of directors was in direct violation of Florida construction laws? I've already looked at Rowe Enterprises' contract. They offer training on the website, so you're not an independent contractor. They're in violation. They're misclassifying everybody. They're misclassifying employees, so they're kind of in violation of that. Maybe the tax people need to look at Rowe Enterprises. Maybe Justice Smith needs to go be a pie maker or something, man, and quit recruiting the way she's doing, because with all due respect, young lady, you're sticking your head way out there and it's fixing to get whacked right off. But why we're talking about justice, maybe you can answer this question. Why are members of NAMFS, why are they trying to force labor into breaking the law? You have a notion, BLM, these people are forcing the backfeeding of electricity into homes. It's against the law in every state. We've checked it out. We've been going over this for 4 years now. We have checked this out. It is an illegal service to perform. You're not a licensed electrician. You cannot backfeed the properties the way that they're done. We know this is not a HUD requirement because Brett Martin told us. Ask Breezy. 7 years. Congratulations, Breezy. 7 years at PAC Press. But Breezy was right there when Brett Martin bragged about how wonderful their company is because they come up with all these wonderful services that nobody else has. It's a made-up service, ladies and gentlemen. It's a made-up service with no regard to safety of the person doing the job. Ask an electrician, get a hipper, take it to an electrical contractor, ask them how much they would charge to do that, and then think about putting your life on the line and blowing the neighborhood up for $75. They want $500 to $750 to perform that electrical test. But yet these guys want you to do it for, I saw it as low as $20 or something the other day. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I think that was Hall Services. Hall Services or Audubon Alliance, something like that. But they're watch list, folks. They're watch list. So is Rowe. So is Rowe Enterprise. I've looked at their contract. Their contract reads like a glorified employment contract. It is not. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the lawyers are wondering why nobody will stand up and say, hey, look, we'll go to bat. Let's do this. The lawyers are wondering why labor won't stand up and put a stop to what's going on. The easiest way to put a stop to what's going on is to stop allowing these companies to force you to pay for everything when they are not in compliance with the law themselves. Why are you going through all the background checks? They're handling the money, and according to the industry, the money handlers are the people to be background checked. I don't make this stuff up. I don't make it up. I don't make it up. It's the rules. I don't write the rules. They do. But NAMFS is Cal Justice. I mean, my inboxes are blowing up. Everybody that has sent stuff, thank you very much. Mike, let me see, Mike. I think I can't even remember everybody's name now. I think John sent me some stuff today. A guy named Victor sent me something. Mark, Matt, not Montana Matt, but another guy. But thanks for all the stuff. I mean, I have so much fodder right now, I cannot get it in. Okay, folks, it's crazy. It's crazy, and maybe we should get labor to kind of mount a little Twitter campaign, because we can put Ben Carson right on Front Street and talk to him every day. He's on Twitter. So we can go say, hey, Mr. Carson, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hello? You? How come this company's under the name of HUD is allowed to make people break the law for a lousy $50 and put their life on the line? Backfeeding a house, backfeeding electricity through a dryer vent, that's the most bizarre, idiotic thing. I'm sorry. It might sound on the surface like it's... Man. Illinois, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Kansas, Alabama, Tennessee, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina. All having a problem delivering. Nevada, Idaho, all having a problem delivering. Mr. Carson, Ken, Craig Carnes, Kimberly Satterfield. You got a problem with Nevada, you got a problem with Idaho, it's 4S. Nobody can deliver for you. Think about what I'm saying. Just think about what I'm saying. You got offices here. Utilize those employees. Utilize those HUD employees that our taxes are paying their salaries. Utilize them to find local talent to clean this mess up. It's not that difficult. That guy, the guy in the office in Reno, he's going to be familiar with the dump fees. He's going to be familiar with the environmental fees. He's going to be familiar with the codes, the regulations, etc., etc., etc. You're going to develop relationships. Oh, wow, heaven forbid you develop a relationship between the contractor and the actual client. There's not 55,000 people in between the client and the person doing the work, because somebody decided 10 years ago that the only thing to do is outsource everything in the industry and supervised the pyramided parlaying of an entire industry until there's so much disgusting nepotism that you want to puke, you throw up in your mouth every time you think about it. Hi, Mr. Miller, how are you? 10 years, man. 10 years ago, that's when it started, folks. That's when the pyramiding started. That's when people started selling their company for $1 million, keeping the contract with the national, and giving you the work orders. That's how Boozecheck did it. That's how Berghorst did it in multiple states, not licensed. In 2010, the courts ruled if you profit, and it's the same everywhere else, and if you think I'm kidding, get a hold of Dick over at Sentinel. He'll tell you, because he got stupid with me and said, I don't need a license in Nevada. Guess that Fannie Mae contract was worth a lousy $300 a year for that business license. Wasn't it, Dick? Yeah. You have to have a license in the state you're subbing the work into, because you profit. You make money. The work product does not leave the state. Therefore, you, the subber, Rowe Enterprises, need a license in Alabama, in addition to the general contractor's license that you're supposed to have in Florida, because you're subbing repair work out. I don't make the laws up. I just talk about them. I'm not a lawyer. I just pretend to sound like one. I can read and write. Ladies and gentlemen, a little common sense. A little common sense. Let's start talking some common sense for a minute. Why do you think Mr. O'Neill down there in Florida has gotten real quiet? Why do you think McPherson down there in Florida doesn't talk no more on social media? Why do you think Brett Douglas backed out of preservation like he did? Do you think it might have something to do with construction laws in Florida? Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that if you are subbing repair work out, you have to have a general contractor's license? Now, I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out. I got some people doing some legwork. I asked a question over on LinkedIn. Most of the information that's coming at me is off the Facebook there, and I'm not over there, so I'm kind of at everybody's mercy and their whim, get whatever they send me. But I did ask the gal if she, properly licensed over there and on LinkedIn, and I'll get over there when we're done here, and I'll check that out and see. And who knows? Who knows? Maybe they are. Maybe they are properly licensed. I'm not hearing it though. I'm not seeing it. If they are, they are. And you know what? Tip your hat to them. They're supposed to be, and that's how business is conducted. My understanding, and I keep reading about stings in Florida all the time on construction. And the way I read the law, I looked at it again today before I got in here and started talking. I looked at the tax commission too. There's a handful of people throughout the industry that have had the fortitude or the guts, whatever you want to call it, to send work orders in to be reviewed, to send contracts in to be reviewed. I'm one of them. Property Preservation Exchange Information Group or something, the one that Kim Savage does. I don't know if they're still archived, but get in there. About when she first developed that group, I did a whole series of videos on contracts, little 5-minute videos. We took a section of a contract. It was PK Management's contract. We just took everything out and made it very generic. I have taken every contract that's been sent to me. I have taken the company's name out, made it very generic contract, and sent them in to be reviewed. Not one of them, ladies and gentlemen, has passed muster with the Unemployment Insurance Division. Not one of them has passed muster with the IRS. Every one of them fails. There are no independent contractors in this industry. I don't care how your business is structured, licensed, etc. The courts have ruled. I'm not making this up. This isn't my argument anymore. This is the law. It's the law. It's not an argument anymore. It's the law. And Eric Miller knows it. Because right from the very beginning, back in 2010, it was the law. It was the law. 4S area, man. Try it, Mr. Carson, Miss Satterfield. Think about what I'm saying. Utilize the people in the offices. Find contractors locally. Bet it works. Bet it works. I'm Nevada kind of raised, man. 11-1 says it works. I take any action that my idea works. Speaking of ideas working, Derek Weathers, I saw he did a little presentation with NAMFS. Kind of his first thing, he's a little nervous. Good presentation. My only knock was he didn't really offer a QC policy for a breakout section on quality control policy. Pacifying the issue that, well, you have to be able to adapt to everybody's policy. No. Poppycock. I want everybody to stop and put everything. Let's throw the cards on the table for just a minute. I don't care who it is. It can be Safeguard, MCS, Cypress. I don't care who it is. Doesn't matter who the client is. Going from A to B, that's the end game. I don't care what anybody says. They all want the same thing. When it's all said and done, they want the properties cleaned up. They want to put back on the market. They want to sell them. That's the end game. Sell the property. All the stuff in the middle, ladies and gentlemen, is made up by all the idiots in the middle trying to control you and your money. I have thrown a solid QC policy out there for the industry. The only people I hear really reject it NAMFS members. National Association of Management for Stealing members. Why? Because the policy and the procedure that I outlined, think of me what you will. I don't give a damn. But that policy and that procedure that I outlined stops the chargeback, the back charge. I don't care how you want to phrase that. It stops it. It stops it. Guess who doesn't want that? MCS. Safeguard. They can't go back 2-3 years and steal your money. I have yet to see one legitimate back charge in this end. Well, and I take that back. I have seen a couple. And when I'm talking legitimate, I'm talking within a time frame. I'm talking with, you do not approve a service. You do not pay a service and then come back and say the service was done wrong a year later after nobody can fix it, after nobody can go back to the property. And that's what these companies do. That's an illegal back charge. Why nobody wants to push back is beyond me. Beyond me. Ask Five Brothers what happens when you back charge me. Especially when you never paid me. That's stealing. That's embezzlement. It's all kinds of crazy stuff, and we're crossing state lines, so it becomes RICO. Now, I don't know what I've been told, but I see people recruiting big time right now everywhere. And they're recruiting in the groups in social media. They're recruiting. I get stuff all the time sent to me from people over on Facebook, and I see stuff over on LinkedIn. And it just amazes me that nobody asks questions. They just, send me, you got a price sheet, you got this, you got that, yeah, I can do this for you over here. Look, you as a contractor, you as a business person, this is what I don't understand in this industry. I've never understood it, I've never accepted it, and I will never accept it because it is not a cost of doing business. Everybody in this industry, I shouldn't say everybody because there's a few of us that don't. We were one of them. But there's so many people in this industry that allow a national order mill, second tier or third tier level order mill to steal your money, and you chalk it up. They steal money from your business, and you chalk it up as a cost of doing business. It's called theft. It's called theft. That ain't the cost of doing business. The cost of doing business in the service industry, how much does the service cost you to produce? How much does it cost you to produce your product? That's the cost of doing business. Not, oh God, I forgot to take a picture a year ago and they just took $1,100 from me. That's theft. That's not the cost of doing business. I'm sorry. Why nobody wants to listen when the IRS guy says 1099 it? I'm sorry. I hear people brag about their back charges. We've been hit for $140,000 by Safeguard for a year. Well, you know what? You're stupid for not filing on it. $140,000, for Christ's sake, that's a bigger GDP than a third world country, for crying out loud. What are you, stupid? You're either stupid or you're lying. Take your pick, I don't care, but nobody gets beat out of $140,000 a year and does nothing about it, writing it up as a cost of doing business. You're either lying to everybody or you're very, very, very stupid. And I don't know, I haven't seen people in business that long. Nobody can take a $140,000 hit a year. That's pretty heavy. You got to be putting, if you're getting beat for $140,000, it's got to be costing you 80, 90 to complete that work to get beat out of. Think about it. Common sense, folks. Common sense. Common sense. Mr. Miller, Miss Smith, President of NAMFS, Mr. Miller, the Executive Director of NAMFS. You have members that are forcing people to commit crimes. Why are you allowing that? That's the question of the week. That is the question of the week. Mr. Miller, Miss Smith, your members are forcing labor to commit crimes. And they're doing it, Kimberly Satterfield, Mr. Carnes, Mr. Ben Carson, in the name of HUD. Give me a break. Give me a frickin' break. Why is everybody complacent? And I'm sorry, labor, you need to let the huevos fall in the sack, whatever you want to, terminology, euphemism there you want to use. You need to buck up, get some guts, and say, hey, look, this has to stop. Because until labor says stop, they're going to keep abusing you. I don't care. You know, we don't do it. Like I say, we work private sector now. Small mortgage companies. People you can develop and foster a business relationship with. Not some moron in a cubicle somewhere that you never get to see that's telling you what to do with 85 phone calls a day, telling you how much you're going to get paid. Oh, by the way, we're going to take that back because you forgot the picture. I don't make it up, folks. It's going on. You know it. You know it. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. I find it ironic, and you can bet in the next 24 to 36 hours, we are going to know, aren't we, Miss Smith? We're going to know. Yeah, we are, man. Yeah, we are. Oh, yes, we are. We're going to find out because this is going to get tagged to the Florida Tax Commission. This is going to get tagged to the Contractors Board, the Attorney General, and every other sting operation in Florida right now. We're going to find out, are you in compliance with all licensing? Justice Smith. Are you? I don't think you are. I'm a poker player. I made a living making odds at one time. I'll take any action at 11 to 1 right now that says you're not in compliance. I'll take all the action that's out there at 11 to 1. Says you're not in compliance with the state you're subbing repair work into. Care to take that wager? Justice Smith. Yeah, I didn't think so. But let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out. Hey, 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 hey. Where is it, man? Let me see here, man. Let me see here, man. Let's find out, huh? 11 to 1, 11 to 1. Come on, come on. I'm taking all action, baby. I'm taking all action. That's right. I'm not even on a riverboat. I'm taking all action. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. You know what? I hope they are. I hope they are. I don't want to see nothing bad happen to any NAMFS. The guy that set that organization up, he didn't set it up to be a bunch of criminal crooks. But that's what it's turned into. Thank you very large, Eric Miller. What a great guy he is, huh? Parlays a whole industry. Parlays a whole industry. Pyramids it, Ponzi schemes it, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Hey, Richmond, Virginia area, get a hold of Kim Savage. She can help you out. She can help you out. She got the work going on there. She's good. She's good. In the description, check in the description. There's going to be a link. It's from Fannie Mae concerning help, whatnot, for all the hurricanes and stuff going on. There'll be some stuff. I will try to get as much information in the descriptions, links in the descriptions to have information that will help you, people on that kind of stuff. There's just so much of it right now. I don't know it all, right? I just, it's kind of explodes in my head, but we'll get stuff in the description. Check the description out, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, if you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up, huh? Subscribe to the station. Subscribe to the station. That's how it works. Because after a while, I don't know what the monetizing thing is, but that's what they tell me. Get a bunch of subscriptions and they start watching your stuff. You get monetized. I keep hearing good and bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you can help out, if you can help a donation or something, man, hit the website. Say hello over there. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed here. I got a new computer setup coming here pretty soon, and I'll start writing again because I really do miss the writing, ladies and gentlemen. I miss writing because it's a lot of fun. And little man, he keeps knocking at the door, man. He can't come in. So, yeah, you know, little man, he's a character. He was a character, yeah. Autobahn Alliance. What was the other one? Hall Services. Rowe Enterprises. Sorry, got to put you on the watch list. You got to get on the watch list. Being told you're not compliant, we cannot find anything in Georgia and Alabama, but maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I don't know. It's like I said, we got to give him a benefit of the doubt. Let's give the gal a benefit of the doubt, Miss Smith. We give her the opportunity. But I do know this. I've reviewed Rowe Enterprises' contract. Cannot endorse it. Cannot endorse it. Sorry. Too much control. And they also offer training. They also want to train you the Rowe Enterprise way. That's an employee. Your call. Your call. You can stand up and say, hey, no, stop. We're not going to do this. Let me talk to an attorney. Or you can be their employee. Not a big deal to me. Not a big deal to me. But time to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to go. We got to go. We got to go. Women at Work Incorporated in the Richmond, Virginia area. She can handle all your needs. Handle all your needs. I'm drawing a blank. Somebody out of California. I'll make it up to you. You in the Vegas area? You need some preservation work done down in the Vegas area? Get a hold of National Construction Management Incorporated. Give Jay and Amanda a call. They'll get you squared away. They'll fix you up down there. HUD, come on. Use those offices. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a great day. Let's all be safe out there.